In life, everyone walks a unique path. Some stumble through years searching for joy, while others seem to float with quiet contentment. The difference is rarely about luck or wealth. It's often about the small lessons learned along the way. These 50 life lessons don't guarantee happiness, but they draw a bold line between those who live fulfilled lives and those who remain stuck in quiet misery. Fulfilled people accept life is unfair. Miserable people expect fairness. Life doesn't come with balance scales. Fulfilled people stop wasting time waiting for the universe to correct itself and start living with what they have. They let go of control. Trying to control every outcome is exhausting. Fulfilled people understand that peace begins where control ends. They practice gratitude, even in chaos. When everything falls apart, they still find a reason to say, "Thank you." Miserable people wait for life to improve before being thankful. They forgive not for others but for themselves. They know resentment is a prison. Forgiveness for them is freedom. They live in the moment. While the miserable dwell in the past or obsess over the future, the fulfilled are fully present, watching a sunrise, sipping their coffee, feeling alive now. They value connection over comparison. Fulfilled people celebrate others' wins. The miserable feel threatened by them. They set boundaries without guilt. They know that saying no is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. They embrace boredom. Miserable people fear stillness. The fulfilled know that silence is often where the soul speaks. They pursue meaning, not just pleasure. Pleasure fades. Meaning sustains. Fulfilled people search for what lights their spirit, not just what entertains them. They don't outsource self-worth. Their value doesn't rise or fall with likes, applause, or opinions. They choose response over reaction. Miserable people explode. Fulfilled people breathe, pause, and act with intention. They admit when they're wrong. There's strength in humility. Fulfilled people don't defend their ego, they grow it up. They invest in curiosity. The miserable think they know everything. The fulfilled are always learning. They're not afraid to start over. New beginnings don't scare them. They see reinvention as part of the journey. They detach from the outcome. They do their best but don't obsess over results. They've made peace with imperfection. They understand the difference between loneliness and solitude. Solitude is their sanctuary, not a punishment. They keep promises to themselves. Integrity, especially with oneself, builds self-trust, and trust is the root of fulfillment. They surround themselves with people who uplift. Fulfilled people prune their circle. Miserable people cling to familiarity, even when it's toxic. They make time for play. They dance in the kitchen, laugh loud, and remember that joy is serious business. They choose growth over comfort. Comfort zones are cozy, but they know magic doesn't happen there. They grieve honestly. Miserable people suppress. Fulfilled people allow sadness to move through them like a storm, then let the light back in. They practice self-compassion. They speak to themselves like someone they love. They don't romanticize the past. They remember, but they don't live there. They set goals aligned with their values. Miserable people chase what others admire. Fulfilled people chase what matters to them. They find purpose in pain. They don't ask, "Why me?" but "What can I learn from this?" They listen more than they speak. Not to respond, but to understand. They stay open to being wrong. Because growth never comes to the closed-minded. They don't need to win every argument. Peace is more valuable than being right. They take care of their bodies without punishing them. Exercise is self-respect, not punishment. Food is fuel, not guilt. They express their needs. Miserable people expect others to read their minds. Fulfilled people communicate clearly and kindly. They embrace aging. They see it as a privilege, not a curse. They give without expectation. Giving is a joy, not a transaction. They don't fear being alone. They've made friends with themselves. They laugh often, especially at themselves. Humor is healing, and they don't take life too seriously. They don't wait for motivation, they build discipline. Fulfilled people act even when they don't feel like it. They don't wait for motivation, they build discipline. Fulfilled people act even when they don't feel like it. They create more than they consume. They make art, stories, ideas something that outlasts them. They don't define success by money alone. Success is peace, passion, and presence. They let go of what they can't change. Acceptance is their superpower. They find beauty in ordinary things. Cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, rain on the roof. They give themselves permission to rest. Because burnout doesn't earn you a badge. They see life as a series of seasons. Not everything blooms at once, and that's okay. They listen to their intuition. Sometimes logic whispers, but intuition roars. They release the need to be understood by everyone. Not everyone will get you. That's freedom, not failure. They believe they are enough. Not someday, now. They stay rooted in who they are, not what they do. Identity isn't just a job title or a role. They understand happiness is a practice, not a destination. It's built moment by moment, choice by choice. They don't let fear drive the car. Fear may ride along, but it doesn't steer their life. They take responsibility for their healing. Miserable people blame. Fulfilled people do the work. They know fulfillment is internal. No person, job, or possession can fill the void, only self-awareness can. They live with intention, not default. Every day is chosen, not endured. They don't just exist, they live.